Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your general reading for September 2023. Keep in mind that the messages in a general reading may not resonate with everyone, so please try to check back to your Moon and Rising sign. Next month, I'm going to be taking personal readings, and you can contact me there at hiddenlotustarot.com, hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com, and say, hey Tara, I want the 30-minute reading, and I will email you back with information on how to book. So let's get started with the reading. I have with me the Radiant White deck. I have with me the Levita Sibilla, and also, to wrap the reading up, the Angel Answer cards. Let me turn the camera around. I have done some pre-shuffling beforehand and meditation on the Scorpio sign and glyph. I'm going to put one more shuffle on them. My arm is a little stiff today, but I'm going to put a shuffle on them, and then we're going to cut the cards. This will be a 9-card spread. Let's cut the deck. Let's knock some fresh energy into it, and let's begin by putting down the cards. The first card out, the 9 of Wands. The 2 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles. Next row, the Tower. The Page of Cups. The Queen of Cups. That is normally our sign of Cancer, but in this case it could be Scorpio, but it could also be Pisces. The 6 of Pentacles. The 2 of Wands. And the final card is the 5 of Pentacles. So what do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Pentacles, 2 Wands, 2 Cups, a Major Arcana, and 2 Court cards. What is the overall energy of the spread? It is the Knight of Swords. See him? Okay. I also have 2 twos here. The 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. In the spread proper itself, I have no swords. So that means to me that there is not much communication going on. This is all in the physical dimension, the 3rd dimension, or about money, and there is a lot of passion surrounding it. Keep in mind that even anger is considered a passionate emotion. Right in the center, I have this Knight of Cups. Now, if you know anything about the way I read cards, the Knights never represent people to me. A Knight, his job is to move a situation along. The Cups represent emotions. So this is something, you receive a message that has come to help move the situation along. But the message itself is a rather fickle message. because this knight hasn't crossed the stream yet. He has stopped in mid-stride. So this can be something quite nebulous. You can't get a hold of it. You can't put your mind around it. It's not something solid and secure. That's the energy around in the center of the spread. So at the top, past, present, future, and the interplay of the cards. The Nine of Wands is a card about feeling beat up, feeling battered, as if you've been through some kind of war or fight. And it says that you should take a moment. It's a 9. Take a moment to focus on what came before and how you're going to behave after, when you turn to move towards the 10. So it is a moment of contemplation and perhaps isolation. You see, all 9s are related to the Hermit, who happens to be a 9 card in the major arcana. So we're looking at this figure, and he obviously has some bruises. But this card says you are of good character and can be depended upon to fight your own battles. But it also says you have enough energy to get back in the fight if you need to. So you see those 8 wands behind him? To me, it is an indication that something came rather quickly. And indeed, it did. This Tower card, it has the energy of something suddenly collapsing. The Tower is the only man-made structure in the tarot, and it is based around those things and ideas, thoughts, beliefs, and behavior that you consider to be solid, safe, and secure. When suddenly something collapses, you find out that it's not safe, it's not secure. This can be the collapse of a job, of a romance, of a belief system that you held, and behavior that you used to do all the time. Something has come to pull the rug out from under you. Going back to the Two of Pentacles, I've seen that card show up when you are juggling 2 situations at once. It could be that you have 2 jobs. You may have you're working and the money is not rolling in just yet. They always say that the Two of Pentacles has an air of play about it, but I never get that when I see the Two of Pentacles. I see a situation that keeps going round and round. It's circular, like the Ouroboros or the infinity symbol. And in background, we have these 2 ships being tossed on the sea. So this has an air of unsteadiness to it. And then we come to the 7 of Pentacles, waiting for the harvest to come in. But it is a 7. It too has the energy like a 9, where you are alone and contemplating, but the 7 has more of a doubtful energy to it. I have to think, I have these 6 pentacles here, and something new has been introduced. Do I have enough room to do it, to grow it? Do I have enough room to tend it? Is there enough room on my bush where I can handle it? So this says you are kind of waiting to see what the outcome is going to be, but also, can you handle the situation? This too carries an energy of working and working and working and never seeing any progress. But the card says, hold steady, because you will eventually, you may see some gains. I talked to you about these two cards, but now we come to the Queen of Cups. For me, just the Queen of Cups is simply someone who is caught up in their emotions, very emotional, very sensitive, can be quite psychic, kind, loving, gentle, but in her negative, she can be manipulative. And then we come to the Six of Pentacles. And in a way, this card kind of relates back to the two, juggling two situations at once, because I have seen the Six of Pentacles talk about the player energy, player, somebody who has two people on the side, or two people in their life. They're juggling two people, two situations at once. It says that this is a card of balance because it's a six. It can show caring and sharing and giving. But if you notice on the card, one person is getting everything and another person is getting nothing. So I always like to say, when this card appears, you need to check if your giving and receiving is equal. We always know that no relationship is 100% equal. But if you're giving less than what you're getting, that's wholly unbalanced. And the Two of Wands. The twos always represent thoughts, not thoughts. They always represent options, choices, dualities, decisions, and a crossroads. That's the one I was forgetting. You are at a crossroads right now, and you are trying to decide if you are going to turn around and do it the same way, or if you're going to grab this new one in the other direction. You are contemplating going back, doing it. Your desire is to go backwards and to see if let me start over. You have the whole world in your hand, and so you have to determine whether or not your energy is best expended going back to the past or to accept the one of the future. There is 1, 2, 3, 3. There is a lot of water in this spread. I digress. But the last card down is the Five of Pentacles, and it implies a loss of some sort, of feeling sorry for yourself, not having enough to take care of your immediate needs, which means that you are perhaps feeling a little out of sorts, meaning that your way of life is threatened. Here with the 7 and the it could literally mean a loss of income. But this is kind of a dark night of the soul card, the Five of Pentacles. But if you look, there are 5 things you have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And perhaps you can get help from some kind of organization if you need it. But that's the fivefold path. And that tells me there are five things you can do to remedy this situation. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but if you don't at least try, you will always be feeling like this. Impoverished. And that is not just in a physical sense, but in a mental and spiritual and emotional sense. I don't see any conflict here, per se, with another person. I'm not feeling that. I think that it is really an internal conflict about something that meant a lot to you, and you feel as though you're losing and gaining and gaining and losing. But the Knight of Swords comes rushing in. This card carries with it the energy of Mercury, and we know, as you see, he comes from the past to the present. He comes from the present to the past. Directionality is very important. So this could mean, under the Mercury retrograde, that messages are going to be going backwards. If you have anything planned, if you wanted to do something, you may have to wait. In fact, there is a better time than under a Mercury retrograde. Now, 2 2s mean hold on. Two twos tell of a commitment and an engagement. And that could be in any sense. It could be a business commitment or business engagement. Maybe you promise to do something for friends. Maybe you promise to do something. You have a romantic entanglement. It can mean anything, really. A commitment or an engagement. So that's what the 2 2s mean. But I want to see if these cards mean anything, can give me any more information next to this influence of the Tower card. 9 of Wands. And it tells you to use discretion as always. While you are contemplating making another move, use discretion. And it could be that there is a suspension of events while with you having the upper hand. It tells me nothing next to the Tower card. Let me see what the next one is. The 2 of Pentacles. Now we're going to be staying in the suit of Pentacles for quite some time. So the 2 of Pentacles. With any 5 before or after. It implies that energies are being scattered, leading to undue stress and confusion. Slow down, relax, and think carefully about each step you take at this time. Allow things to flow as they will and have faith. And this card says to have faith. It may look awfully bleak right now, but you are about to achieve something you never thought you would. So don't give up. The Seven of Pentacles. It tells me nothing about this, about being next to the Tower. There is a meaning that says, an interpretation that says, do not be dismayed if there are postponements, and anxious if a delay takes place in regards to some kind of financial plan. All is going well, so use this time constructively to make your next move. The Six of Pentacles. It tells me nothing, but this card does have a generous offer may arise for you to accept. Okay? It also says that if money is coming in, it will come in at the most opportune time. But I think you have to decide whether you want to accept it. So I'm going to go to the Two of Wands now. And it doesn't tell me anything next to the Tower either. So let me go and take a look at the Five of Pentacles. It doesn't either. It says don't give up. It implies that you are about to achieve something you hadn't expected. It tells of a time when you need to review your goals, plans, and lifestyle choices, as things are not as positive as they should or could be. It is a time to reassess your position and reassess your wants and needs. And I think that this a message comes in, it kind of throws you off kilter and you feel as though you have to struggle, but you have the advantage right now. You're juggling, and perhaps you're waiting to see what's going to happen. But this, I don't know what Tower stands for. It's completely out of the blue and a surprise to you. And we have this offer here, as you see the message of the offer. And I think that you think about it. And perhaps you decide to throw in your lot with someone else. But then I think you may change your mind about it. Yes, and decide to strike off on your own. But it doesn't say that this is the wrong thing to do. It just says have faith, because you're about to achieve something you hadn't expected. This card might also be suggesting that you've missed something and overlooked something of the details in your plans and your actions in the near past. But it also says this is a financial loss and emotional hardship that has been brought about by your own hand. Problems and hardships brought about by oneself is an uncomfortable position to be in, but it does provide a basis for starting over again, bearing in mind the pitfalls of the past, so you will be better equipped to restart or re-tackle the problem differently the next time around. It also says that adaptability will be the key. This is a 5, and 5s are always tense energy, full of stress and tension. And then 2 nights, because there is an influence here. Let me see if I remember correctly what 2 nights means. Confusing messages. I think that's what it says. Mixed messages or signals that cause you to doubt the sincerity of a male friend. Okay? That is the 2 nights. And I think you are going to get, like I'm saying, I'm focused on this message right here. And because it is something that you cannot wrap your hand around or your head around, it's not solid, it's not safe, it's not stable, it's real nebulous. And it comes in quite quickly. Here with this Knight of Swords. And it's almost like you were kind of waiting for it to come back, but sometimes I've seen the Tower only speak to an emotional outburst. Like, oh damn, you know, that kind of thing. But even if you, I will say that I think for some of you, this is a problem caused by your own hand. And for others of you, it's going to be a different decision that you take. That's all I can get from this right here. I'm going to pull cards on the 6 of Pentacles because it is in a very pivotal spot. That gives me 9. That gives me 8. This gives me 7. So that's why it was saying it looks like a kind of a circular situation. The 9 of Pentacles says that you have achieved what you wanted to achieve. But the 2 of Pentacles, I say 9 because 2 and 7 are 9. But it doesn't take away from this 2 of Pentacles that says to me, you're juggling things. The 6 of Pentacles, Fidelity, that is loyalty to a friend or a lover or an idea of something. Denari, meaning money, of course. This suit, the safe or money, falls in the category of the cups. You see the C right there, and the suit of hearts. That is because for most relationships there are arguments and fights over money, and that your emotions can be tied up around value. The woman with children, or the woman who is nurturing. That's what it says. She can be married or unmarried. It doesn't matter. Her characteristics are usually those that are someone who is kind and generous. And so I don't know if this means that this male friend who is sending you mixed signals, if this means that yes, he does have two people, or he's juggling two situations at once. And then you have to decide what you are going to do. The safe not only locks up valuables, but it also relates to your emotions and keeping things inside. So maybe you are being loyal to the idea that it is valuable, but you find out through no fault of your own that you have to take a different view, because the old behaviors no longer serve you. And that is really what the Tower is about. Those things that no longer serve you and come crashing down. So I'm going to pull a angel answer card. If this is a person, he will come back quickly in a rush. And I fear when old lovers return under a Mercury retrograde, they don't stick around. They don't. The card says compromise. In order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also, take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work towards an agreement where everybody wins. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints while still being true to your own. I think that is really good advice. And because I have all of these coins, this is really a test between your desire, what you would like to do, and what you should do. And I don't have an answer for you, because you have to solve that for yourself. So until next time, Scorpio, thank you and be well.